prepared and ready to go. No lift off out of Lillekanin. But here we go. Ready to rock and roll. Spawning in the top left corner of the map. I have the right Twitter copy and pasted this time from Alien Invasion. The Blue Zerg player, Golden. Find him on Twitter at AI_Golden. And his opponent in the top right. Lesser known, but an impressive Terran nonetheless. 2v2 champion, heavyweight of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Lillekanin. On this side of the ring. I should have led with that. What was I doing? What was I thinking? But alright, as far as this game goes, it's going to be rough. I told Lillekanin, again, before the series started, I messaged him like, dude, you know, as much as I love you, good luck, have fun, but you know, you're never going to be golden in a macro game. And I said this in a little bit of fun way, because of course we're buddies, but the thing is, Golden is just such a talented player. It's not about Lillekanin being good versus bad himself, it's just about Golden being incredibly good. And look what he's doing. Predicting an 11-11, checking for the in-base proxy. He knows Lillekanin's tricks, and he's not going to fall prey to them. So Lillekanin, kind of following up with that Artosis quote, whatever it is, the cheesiest thing a cheeser can do is play a macro game. He's actually going for a pretty standard opening here. Now, as far as Golden's macro goes, again, I could speak leaps and bounds and days about it. We've seen it on multiple occasions. DreamHack. Unfortunately, I think the only time he got shut down was versus Todd. That's a whole other can of worms. During the WCS qualifiers, I think he fought Yoda on 3 different occasions, and I think he won against Yoda in 3 different occasions, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was just 2. I'm having a hard time remembering because my brain is pretty much frazzled at this point. But still, the point was, those games are on our YouTube channel, by the way. They were some of the best macro games in the ZVT that I had the pleasure of casting, much less watching. But, yeah, like we see the earlier gas with the spawning pool. This is, again, meant to deal with the Reapers that he's predicting are coming. There are Reapers coming. Strangely enough, on this map, no less, because Habitation Station is not a map that you typically see Reapers on. A lot of this is because this is the only way up outside the ramp. Like, when he comes over to the base, you can't jump up here, you can't jump up here. You either go up the ramp, or you gotta go up these 2 little cliff faces. And it's really easy to predict where and shut these down with patrolling lings. So I imagine this might just be the 1, maybe the 2 for the Hellions, but mostly the 1 for scouting. Nope, it's gonna be 2. Okay, sorry, just the awkward silence was waiting. Waiting to see. Yeah, coming across. He's not gonna find too much waiting for him. Golden is going for the 6 lings though, so for Lillekanin, the idea is you want to really, you put pressure in the natural. I think once upon a time, a lot of players do what Lillekanin's doing right now. They go straight for the main, maybe pick off a drone or 2, try and harass his opponent, but the reason you go straight to the natural is because the 2 lings that spawn in the natural always run across the map. They go for the SUV that's building the command center on location in Lillekanin's, oh, natural! Oh my god, hang on, he almost got caught by those lings. He's doing the dance of the devil right now, trying to get out of this base alive. But Golden didn't sneak anything out. He builds a couple more lings that were meant to sneak out, but unfortunately it's kind of that awkward, ah, you got me, type moment.
First blood.
But okay, the Reaper's still going pretty strong. Second one coming across the map to back it up, but the reactor is placed behind this, the command center on the way, and the factory as well to follow suit. So very standard stuff coming here out of Lillekanin. Very, very standard. The Queens are going to keep these from getting too much more done, sadly. What's awkward is this cliff as well. Minerals. Plethora, or no, what is it? Plants? I was trying to use bigger words. Them green things over there with the flowers and whatnots also help prevent Reapers from going up the cliff, as again, there's a lot of odd doodads that block that sort of stuff on this map. Back up on the 3rd command center, starboard. I mean, what's strange to see is Lillekanin is playing this in every way that I would imagine a normal player would do this. Not at all in the way Lillekanin would play this out, but I guess that's kind of him recognizing his own weaknesses, knowing that, okay, my weird builds aren't going to work against Golden, maybe my macro will. And again, like I said, I teased him a little bit before the series, and he said, no, I can do this. Watch, I've done it before, I'll do it again. Actually, I wonder, I don't know if Lillekanin, I think he's not living in the team house. I know, I know Golden's in a team house over in Europe. I think it's an Alien Invasion one, because I know, I think Bali's staying there too. She's probably the best person in esports sometimes. But anyways, that muttering aside, the barracks coming as part of the wall is kind of a cute move, actually. He knows his wall is going to be a little bit later, and there's always the threat of a banling bust at any stage of the game. Doesn't necessarily have to be an all-in with roaches or anything like that, but awkward Reaper is awkward. We'll save it, though. It's like when you get in a fight with somebody and your dad comes to pick you up and it's like, what did I tell you about picking fights with Zerglings? Get in the fucking car, we're going home right now. Your mother is going to be so disappointed. But then it's like those kids actually end up being part of a gang, and the gang is going to bust through your front door and steal all your stuff. Cool story, Rifkin. I don't know where I was going with that. Again, it's the delirium at the end of the cast coming in. Now, what's really important is Lillekanin actually doesn't see this. He didn't see the massive lings, which means he also doesn't see the banelings. And this baneling bust is going to hurt. It's going to sting. Lillekanin doesn't have a lot behind it. The Hellions on the wrong side of the map. They're not here to intercept in time. The bunker going to go down so quickly. Doesn't even need to use the banelings. Breaks on through. There's a couple Hellions. A wall off at the top of the ramp. Won't stand up for long either. Here comes the rest of the banelings. Oh, you turn around and go for the SUVs? What are you trying to do with these golden? All right, kablooey. The Banshee is technically enough to hold this if he keeps the SCVs alive. But keeping the SCVs alive, as we see, is easier said than done, as they have to run through hell, the hell known as Zerglings, to make this happen. Nice hold position on the ramp with the SCVs, though, and the Hellion sandwiched in the middle with the Banshee on top. He may actually just clean this up. He may barely just hold this. Only 10 workers died, and Golden threw away a lot of banelings to make this happen. Now he's not out of the he's not safe just yet. Mules were dropped. He's got to clean up these links and go back to mining. But he needs to get a wall down. He needs to reestablish this front. More banelings are coming in, and there's nothing to stop this from busting on through once more. The Banshee, of course, would love to target fire. The Viking, if it could land, it certainly would. But if it would be suicide. But he's got to focus fire down the banelings. There we go, turns around, does some nice hit and run tactics. Unfortunately, if these make it to the SCVs, it's like a payload waiting to go off. Trying to chase this around, he should be able to hold this, but the banelings are still such a big threat to these clumped up SCVs. Banelings actually take out a couple of more Hellions, but Lillekanin holds strong with 25 workers. However, his defensive forces are starting to fall, and there's still no wall off here at the front of the base. Whether it's throwing down a supply depot, which he doesn't have minerals for, or moving that second factory to the front lines. Unless he can stop the inflow of units, he's never going to be able to recover. More banelings are coming in, though, and for Golden, this is pretty all in. He's beaten his opponent down, but again, not many SCVs died through this. It was mostly the Hellions, it was mostly the Banshees, the Reapers, whatever. 105 Zerglings and more than 3 banelings for sure, have died this game in order to kill a small amount of FCVs. But that's starting to change. More banelings coming in. There's one more thing in on top of the SCVs. It's gonna complete it. It's gonna go off big. Ooh, GG is called, and Golden will take the series 2-0. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Alien Invasion. 50 euro to Golden, 25 to Lillekanin, not too shabby. And again, guys, follow both of these dudes on Twitter. Lillekanin's is exactly as it's spelt in game. He started the broadcast when I started linking at about 110-ish followers. He's up to 122. Go give this guy some love at Lillekanin SC2. He put on a good show for you all. And of course, you all already know Golden. I don't need to pump his Twitter for you, but, you know, follow Golden as well.